So I'm back, and wait. I'm almost 15 months locked, and I just wanted to update you guys because I combined my locks in the back, specifically the back, because they were just too skinny for my liking. I did address this in my 1-year lock anniversary video. They're just so skinny, and like the reason why they were so skinny is because, like, okay, first of all, when I planned out this lock journey that I'm on now, I planned it out for a good few months before I actually initiated it, and I thought everything I did was, like, you know, solid, and it definitely was. But the thing that you don't know, or sometimes people don't know, or I didn't know, even though I made every part the same size or similar size anyway, the back still ended up skinny. The middle and front is where I have like the craziest density, so the back was not that much. Just look at this versus this. What the hell? No. Here's how I thought about combining my locks. I kind of just was like, you know, I took 2 locks and I was like taking them and I was like twisting them around to see, okay, like, do I want a double-headed dragon, blah blah. But then the parting looks so jacked because, like, I have like seashell looking parting, so if I take like one seashell over here and I do another, it kind of looks like a weird oblong shape, and I just could not deal with that. Also, I didn't want it to like put too much tension on like the corners. Say you have 2 locks that are like square, right? And then you take those 2 square locks and you put them together to make a rectangle. The tension on the corners is going to be too much when you go to retwist or interlock. I just didn't want to deal with that because I experienced that with my 2 blonde locks. I tried to like combine them, and then I just felt all that tension on the corners of it, and I was like, no. So with this, the best option that I could figure out or come up with was combing out a few locks, and then adding the lock that I combed out to the neighboring lock, and that's the route I went. And when I tell you I hate combing out locks, I fucking hate combing out locks. Like, I just hate it so much. So I combed out my hair dry with like a needle, and I could really get a good sense of like how my regimen is, and like, you know, just how well I was taking care of my hair. Because when I combed them out, first of all, I barely saw any lint. Like, I didn't have any like buildup or nothing. There was no weird stuff coming out of my hair. The only thing I will say is that when I got to like this part of my locks, the ones that every time I combed them out, I did feel like this like greasy substance. I'm not sure if it was sebum or castor oil, because I did start using it, but like I think I'm gonna like use less castor oil because I don't want it to like build up. Oh, by the way, how many locks I combed out? Okay, so I had 71 locks to start, and then I went from 71 to now I have 57. So I combed out 14 locks total. Yeah, 14 long annoying locks to comb out within like 3 to 4 days. It was like I took like an hour per lock. Still doing this shit. What else did I notice? A lot of breakage. Like, I thought like my hair was gonna be so long when I combed it out. No. And I thought my hair was gonna be a lot longer, but it's not. It's like, you know, because, you know, as you saw in my first video when I started, it was pretty long, but I'm like, breakage or what? Like, it's just trash. It's trash, and I don't know if you can see all those like straight hairs. My natural hair color was hiding under there. You see that tint of red in it? It was not healthy, really. Like, the ends were just so ratchet looking, and I was like, yeah, people be spending so long combing out their hair just to end up with like bullshit hair at the end. I mean, you still do have some inches, but like, you're gonna cut most of that off. The sun is setting, so I don't have great light right now. I'll just do a 360 real quick. Anyways, I'm gonna show you what I've been doing. No one has taught me this technique, or I didn't see this on YouTube or anything. This is just my own personal, where did I put this stupid thing? Oh, this is just my own personal thing that I'm doing. I'm just being creative here. This is what I'm doing. So I'm straightening my hair because it's so like wants to mat, and it's just so tangled and it hurts. That straightening is also just easier to part as well because it's just too complicated. This used to be a lock right here, and I cut it in half so I could go to this lock, and this piece is gonna go to that lock. I twist this up, put it through the interlocking tool. I hope there's enough light for you guys to see this. And then I pretty much put it through the base. that. So I take this and then I just kind of like braid it with the lock. So I split the hair into 2 pieces, as you see, and then the 3rd piece is the actual lock, and I'm gonna braid it. And this is just to keep the hair in place, but also it's just also help me see the size. But I'm going to be crocheting the hair in to the lock. See that? See, it already kind of looks a little bigger, but yeah, I'll be crocheting the straightened hair into this lock. So that's what it's looking like. So that's what I'm doing right now. This is my hair that I combed out. There was barely any lint. There's like a little brown lint ball right there. You see that? That's like, it's just a little bit there out of like that whole lock that I combed out, which is this whole thing. Like, there's that one I just showed you. There's like another little one right there. It comes up. If you see that? A little. But that's pretty much it for this whole lock that I combed out. This is one lock hair. It looks clean. It smells good. Yeah. All these little balls that you see are like balls from different locks. Like, that was from a lock, that's from a lock, that's from a lock. There's definitely more hair than this, but you know, a lot of it broke off. And also I was combing my hair out in a lot of different places. Like, I was outside for a while, I was in the car, I was working, you know, I was everywhere. So a lot of the hair is probably out in the world somewhere. So these are my blonde lock extensions that I just took out, and then I incorporated the blonde hairs into the other locks, and I got rid of my blonde locks because I was just so over it. I was so over it. Why am I holding this stuff? I was just so over it. I'm just like, I like having like a colored little pop of color, but at the same time, when I combed out those blonde locks, it literally was like dust. It was just so fried, dyed, and fucked up. Okay, like, it was just fucked up. So I combed them out and I just put them into other locks, and then I just dyed it black, that area. So yeah, that's what happened with that. Overall, coming out my locks, I just noticed that, you know, I am doing a good job taking care of my hair. I'm doing a good job preventing lint, and oh, I didn't have any buildup, and I use conditioner in my hair, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm happy with my locks, and I'm happy I combined them. I still love my locks, so there's nothing else I would really change. There's just the skinny locks were getting on my nerves, so that's what I changed. But other than that, there's nothing else I would change. I love my hair, and I just can't wait to see how these thicker locks progress. So stay tuned. Oh, let me know if you guys ever thought about combining your locks, or if you have, and how it turned out. And do you prefer double-headed dragons, or would you do like what I did, where I combed out a few locks and I combined it to like the closest lock nearby?